Hey there, Craft Tuts followers. My name is Kelly Johnson, and today I'm going to teach you one of the most fundamental parts of knitting, doing the knit stitch. Here's an example of what your knitting will look like after you've knit every stitch for a few rows. The knit stitch is very important as it will be in most projects that you try to tackle with your knitting. Let's start learning. Before you start working on your knit stitch, make sure that you've already cast onto your needle. I have 10 stitches cast onto this needle. Also, you want to make sure that the knots from your cast on are all lined up like this. If you have them all crooked and twisted like this, that will cause problems later. So make sure everything's nice and straight. To get started, make sure that your working yarn, which is your yarn right here that's still connected to your skein, make sure that it's off and to the left of your work. Now pick up your right hand needle and we're going to put it into the first stitch on our left hand needle. We're going to put it in the stitch from the bottom to the top. Just like that. Now pick up your working yarn with your right hand and put it in between your two needles. Then wrap it around your right hand needle. Let me show you that again. It's going to go up in between and then around your right hand needle. Just like that. Now your right hand needle is going to go down and into that first loop that you put it in before. This time it's going to go down from the top to the bottom. It should look something like this. Now you can just slip this stitch off of your left hand needle and you've knitted your first stitch. Continue doing this all the way down your row. So put your needle into the left hand stitch, take your working yarn, put it in between and wrap it around your right hand needle. And now take your right hand needle and put it down into that same stitch and take that stitch off of your left hand needle. Again, up, around, and down. Up, around, and down. Up, around, and down. Continue in this manner all the way down your row until you've completed each stitch. After you've finished your first row, you'll notice that now your right hand needle has all of the stitches on it and your left hand needle suddenly doesn't have any stitches on it. We're going to continue knitting, just switch your needles. So now this will be your right hand needle and this will be your left hand needle. Again, make sure that all your knots are lined up along the bottom and continue in the same way that we did before. Put your right hand needle up into the first stitch, use your working yarn to wrap, and now put your needle down into the same stitch and off of your left hand needle. Again, up, around, and down. Up, around, and down. Up, around, and down. Continue knitting in this way all the way down your row. After you knit every stitch for 2 rows, your work should look something like this. If you continue to knit every stitch for 15 rows, your work will look something like this. Don't worry if some of your stitches are loose, crooked, or just a little wonky right now. Knitting takes practice, and I promise, after enough practice, all of your stitches will be perfectly straight. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out craft.tutsplus.com for more knitting and crafting tips and tutorials.